Well, I have to tell you, there's been not only a national response that has come out of the National Institute of Drug Abuse way up to the White House. SAMHSA has put out a whole bunch of strategic plans to quell this current epidemic. But Sheriff DeMarco, our elected senators, men and women assembly people in New York State have been highly effective. And it's part of my job to ask them questions, what are they doing? Because Long Islanders and families are being afflicted by this. They have passed 3 laws in the last 5 years. LICADD has played a role in the advocacy of those. The first was the 911 Good Samaritan law. And I know colleges are promoting it, and they need to, because disproportionately this is impacting young people, students. If someone you're not comfortable with their physical health, even if you're using drugs with them, please call 911 in the interest of saving a life, and you won't be arrested. This is New York State law. So 911 Good Samaritan, keeping them alive long enough so maybe they can enter treatment or the miracle recovery. Law 2, the internet system to track overprescribing, iStop, cutting off the unscrupulous prescribing patterns of some physicians, and we've seen several Long Island physicians not only lose their license, but go to jail for writing thousands of prescriptions of highly addictive narcotics for cash and unchecked. So there's a real-time database in New York State, and we thank Attorney General Eric Schneiderman for doing that. And most recently, which goes into effect January 2015, is the insurance parity law. That insurance companies who have a fiduciary interest in denying access to treatment, that if people meet the criteria for inpatient, based on the addiction, the ASAM criteria, the Addiction Society of Medicine, and someone in my position or a physician recommends inpatient, and you pay your policy and your premiums, you have to pay for treatment. And of course, widely access to Narcan, and we should talk about Narcan. Just know that LICADD is one of a multitude of agencies, including both counties, that is making Narcan widely accessible. Naloxone is the drug. Narcan is the trade name. It is totally innocuous for anyone else unless someone is in overdose for opiate. And we've trained over 3,000 people 18 years or older, college students and parents, and there's been hundreds of saves in Nassau and Suffolk County, not only by police and first responders, but by friends. This is an overdose prevention kit. LICADD is one of a multitude of agencies, including both county executives have approved this. Suffolk and Nassau County police and first responders carry this. It's called naloxone, but what it is, it's a serum, and this is the nasal. So this is naloxone, and it brings people out of overdose almost immediately. You need to get trained, but LICADD does free trainings, and we're trying to get as many of these overdose prevention kits out on the street as possible. And there have been a multitude of saves on Long Island, over 10,000 nationally as a result of access to Narcan. LICADD was one of the first agencies to bring these life-saving overdose kits to Long Island, so we're very proud of that. Acceptance doesn't mean approval. We know that people are getting high, and every once in a while people will take more in a blackout or not cognizant, and they run the risk of overdose. If it's opiate overdose and people have access to Narcan, they can literally save a life. We're healthcare professionals. We're not interested in right or wrong or legal or illegal, although this is legal in New York State, Narcan. We're interested in saving lives, to engaging people, and hopefully offering them a different way of life for treatment for this serious and profound substance use disorder.